Welcome back to Rock Reacts. I got another amazing request for ghosts, y'all. This is Ghuleh. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Let me know in the comments below. Crucify me if you want. Do what you will. Ghuleh/Zombie Queen. I don't know if it's two songs put together or whatever, or if that's one. Ghuleh/Zombie Queen. Live at SiriusXM. And this is Octane. So I don't know. Like this is. We're going to analyze the vocals, right? As always, this is an analysis video. It's for educational purposes only. Do not try to have fun through this, because otherwise you've lost the point. This is for educate. I'm joking. Let's have fun. So this appears to be, just by looking at this, it appears to be an acoustical sort of thing, which is lovely, which I love. And there's the dog cam. You want to check in. So she's in a different spot because she's not, there's something wrong with her, Demo. She's not herself. So I've set up a different bed down there, and that's like my super duper, that's my like super special blanket. So, I mean, it's now the dog's blanket, I guess. I guess, but I love her. And yes, yeah, let's send out some love hearts to the doggy, please. Love hearts in the comments for the doggy, because she's not feeling well. And so, yeah. Anyway, let's get into this, because you didn't came to hear that. Let's go. Whoa, look at his eyes. That is cool, man. That is cool. I love that. You gotta love one of them funky contacts, man. I love it. Sorry, I didn't mean to stop already. I get sidetracked and excited. I'm sorry. Chill out, folks.
A scented cursed be undercoat of dust. From the darkness rises succubus, from the earthen rust.
This is weird. Whoa, what the hell is he grabbing there? Hang on a second. I have to talk about this. His vocal approach is quite different than I've ever heard on anything else. Like I've only been exposed to a certain amount of ghost stuff that I listen to on here, because I don't want to spoil it for you guys. I always like to do like a first reaction, first analysis. I'd like to hear it the first time with you, right? I don't want to cheat on you and watch stuff behind your back, okay? Because I love you and I wouldn't do that to you. But his approach to this is very kind of compressed and very chest voice sounding, right? He's usually kind of, there's more like a, that kind of approach to it. But this, and the other thing is I have to see, I'm just tripping out on the mask. Is that an actual mask that goes over his face? I thought it was just paint. Oh, no, it is a mask. Because you see around his eyes, it's some sort of a mask thing, because I can see his lips, right? Yeah, okay, I know you don't want to talk about that. I do. So, anyway, listen to his approach on this.
Action, a scented cursed be.
Ascended, there's this ascended, but you hear that kind of, it's a compression, so it's like this, you're stopping the breath, but before it comes out, like that ascended cause to be, that, if you feel that, that kind of, if you go, and then you don't release that, you go, and then don't release that, and then you sing like that up against this, it's that kind of thing. There's this compression. Now, you can do it two ways. You can do it a healthy way, which is not to keep that pressure up here inside your throat, and it gets a little bit of tension up in there. But the way he's doing it is more, it's a lighter approach to it.
Undercoat of dust.
undercoat of. So there's that undercoat of. And what I mean by the healthy approach is he's allowing some breath to pass through his vocal folds before he compresses. So he's got a good airflow and then lifts the compression up into that. So he doesn't destroy the resonance. Whereas if he's to go, it sounds like an old man. See, he had that old man voice where it's like strained and there's no resonance to it, as opposed to there's a little bit more resonance. You hear that? I hope you can. Let me know in the comments below if you heard that.
From the darkness rises succubus.
So on that rises succubus. Yeah, I've never heard him sing like that before. So it's really interesting. It's like, and his theatrics, man, it's just so cool. I love it's like watching a show, man. It's so cool. I love it. Like watching like a Broadway musical thing or something.
From the earth and rock.
So that from the earth, you hear that kind of from the earth, but usually I would, in my mind I would hear him sing kind of from the earth and I, kind of say a little airy, a little bit more nasal, a little frontal placement, kind of airy and frontally, but rather than compressed. Do you hear the difference? I don't know. Anyway, let's check. What the heck is he? What is that? Oh my God, he got a kazoo. There's a kazoo solo. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. I can't believe this. I can't. This is. Oh my God. Hey, Ghost with a kazoo solo. This is insane. I love it. So the cool thing about kazoo is it's a good way to practice singing because you're like the amount of air that you blow through a kazoo is kind of the amount of air that you want to sing with. You don't want to blow a ton of air because that will kill your vocal folds. But so that feeling of that little amount of air, almost like if you're steaming up, like you're fogging up your glasses to clean them, or if you're trying to smell your stinky breath, like if you're about to talk to someone, you're like, "Hey, does my breath stink?" That little bit of that's a kind of the same amount of air that you want to use. Not too much, just a bit. Anyway, that's hilarious. I love it.
Once a majesty, now exposing bones.
So there was that little now but that's more kind of like I would expect his voice. Now, a little frontal placement, a little bit more of a nasal flow, not nasally. No, but now that kind of that flow to it. Anyway, I've stopped so much. I just want to. I really want to just listen to the whole song because I love this.
From the darkness rises succubus and usurp the throne.
And the fact that he's got to stand for the kazoo is like, that's next level comedy. Like that's just, yeah. Yeah, love it. Well, this must be the other song, maybe. Yeah. Oh, I love it.
The moon is full and shines an evil, blinding light.
I love when he does it, he's got this kind of like, it's almost like, almost camp kind of shoulder movements with kind of like, it's like, I want to go back to this, the way he's singing with this, because he's just dipping into falsetto on this. So quite a change in the approach.
The moon is full and shines.
So he goes into that, he like cracks into the falsetto. The moon is full to sight. So he's really kind of that, when you go into that falsetto, it's like there's just this, it abandons into this kind of, this weaker sounding voice. And it's lovely for a purpose in a song. It's like, it just fits the mood perfect for this. The moon is full. Oh, and how does it go? It goes, the
moon is full and
yeah.
shines.
The moon is falling so shine. And then he goes back down, and because it's kind of this, it reminds me, not specifically of, but no, I won't fall in love. Kind of, no, it's almost that, almost a similar interval. It's just similar in the way that they crack into that. I don't know if it's a similar interval as well, but. And there, that blinding light. You hear that? Rather than blinding light, he's blinding light. Almost if you kind of. There's a good nasal flow to that. It's wonderful. It's just, that's so Tobias. I love the way he kind of not belts, but adds that weight back in. Under the monolith lightness. So it's kind of, there's so much, dynamics are just so essential for singing. Like, to have that flow of, he's so good with that. He's so theatrical with his delivery of voice and just visuals, and God, it's so cool. I thought that was just face paint before, but seeing that it's a mask is like, it's even more trippy, because it's like, I mean, it is a mask, isn't it? But like, where is it fixed to his face? Like up here, where does the mask stop? And I mean, well, of course, yeah, that's the. I'm getting so sidetracked because I'm just amazed, because I thought that was just, face paint, but it's like only face paint around his eyes, and then there's a mask. Weird. Marble white. Oh, it's getting chaotic. Nice. So nice. There's so much going on there. He goes from this, like in that zombie queen, there's 3 totally different, distinct voices happening. He's going from really kind of leaning the breast against the vocal folds, like open, and then he moves into the kind of a frontal play, zombie, and then he goes to add a little distortion in there, queen, little false fold distortion. So like, listen to that. There's just 3 different distinct things going on. Zombie queen. Oh yeah, zombie queen. And then listen for this. Sorry, go back to this, because like, that's important. It's important, folks.
Zombie queen.
So he's lifting more than that. Queen. I'm going a little bit harder than he is on that, but he's just adding just a little touch, just like a little bit of frosting on that. Just a tiny, just not caking on the frosting. Just a little, sweeten it up. It's perfect. So perfect. He's such a good singer. He's got really good pitch. Like, he's got good control over his voice. Like, I mean, as far as him being a singer, like underrated as a singer, totally.
Black light guides you. Ghuleh, Ghuleh. Zombie queen. Zombie queen. Black light guides you. Ghuleh, Ghuleh.
Ah, so cool. Oh my God. That's so this Ghuleh. What was I? Did I say Ghuleh? Ghuleh? I don't know what I said. But how he just sails up into that zombie queen. He's so free with his voice. So much control over it. Yeah.
Up from the stinking dirt she rises, ghastly
Oh, yeah. So many little things going on. It's just, this is like such a theatrical song. I mean, it reminds me of something that's it reminds me of something like from Phantom of the Opera. And it could be because the same person that requested this requested a song, the Phantom of the Opera song. And I'll get to that. Like when I get to it, when I get to it, you will see it. But this reminds me of that kind of just that theatrical, like so much dynamics and just like so many different moving parts. It's got and then into this kind of a smooth, beautiful part. Wow, it's so much going on. It's amazing.
shape-shifting soon, but now she's rigid.
So there's a little crack on that part. So I take back what I said about him being able to control. No, but it's kind of super hard to control your voice when you're flipping into that falsetto because there's a really little control on that falsetto. Really, not. I mean, it's any man's game when you go. Oh, yeah, you can crack all of it. You can Peter Brady all over the place. Like if you just kind of. But part of the thing that happens with that when you abandon into that, if you're here and you're controlling your voice and you just kind of flip into the falsetto, this is like you're in this place of like, well, you're on shaky ground there a little bit sometimes, so like listen to this part here where is it oh yeah, it's after this.
Shape-shifting soon, but now.
Yeah, soon. We're kind of going back down into that soon. Shape-shifting soon. So there's a little, when you're going back down into the chest voice, you're kind of, like you're thin ice, man. Thin ice. But that's cool. Like it's not a million miles off. It's like probably the only person in the world who's ever heard it is me because I hear things like that all the time in myself, students, whatever. I have to pick these things out. I have to say, oh, hey, that little part there, we need to clean that up. So how would I guide a student through that? As you're moving down from that shape-shifting soon, I would use more of kind of this kind of think inhale as you go down. Shape-shifting soon. That's kind of an easier way to smooth down into that chest voice and not be so reliant on the shift from just your CT muscle, which is your kind of head voice, and falsetto, the light voice up here like this. And then if you go to real heavy here like this, there's a big difference. If I'm shifting between those two, like you hear the difference. It's like that. But if I go like this and I'm more in that kind of head voice throughout the whole thing, then that's smoother, right? Right. Yeah. So it is. Anyway, let's move on.
She's rigid, stiff and stale.
The Ghouls were off there, man. Like Tobias has like such good timing, and I mean, you saw where he like went like that with the note on the guitar. Like he's like just like he's like the orchestra conductor with everything. And you see, he was like bang on like timing. I think he was bang on timing, and they were a little bit off. Listen. Yeah. They went a little bit ahead. They kind of sped it. He probably had words with him after that. I'm sure they got flogged a little bit with that. Yeah.
Black light guides you, Ghuleh, Ghuleh. Zombie queen, zombie queen.
Oh, the way he gets that distortion in there. I was listening for that crescendo there. How he was going from here. He's quite light. All right, so here he's like really light. So take that. So the crescendo into that, to get louder on that, it's not easy to control. So I was listening for that going, how's he going to manage through this? Because I could hear he was starting to get there, but man, it's really good.
Black light guides you, Ghuleh, Ghuleh.
Yeah, Ghuleh. It's kind of like crescendos into that, right? Brilliant. I love how he switches over to like, now he's like doing the, I think it's different now. Because that, I mean, like, I don't know, I forget what the kazoo solo earlier sounded like now, because I'm like this, I'm locked in on this incredibly infectious, kind of pattern with that he's singing. Like the melody is just like, it's just like, it's so flowing. It's just sticking in my gourd, man. Just a note. Amazing. Oh my gosh. Wow. Whew, that was a long ride. I mean, I know you guys you're probably like going, yes, it felt long for us as well. And so there, I'm just going to leave you with a little bit of a dog cam just to be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Remember, send some love and some doggy emotes in the chat, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching Rock Reacts. Thanks for I love you. Love you so much. Thanks for watching. Bye.